Today we're going to be doing a Current Faves and Nays Drugstore Highlighters edition. So I have all of my notes here on each and every highlighter that I'm going to be talking about. We have 12 today to cover. 12. And originally I had a ton more, but I figured I'll just do a part 2 eventually. So starting off with the Hard Candy Tiki bronzer, and this is what this baby looks like. It is just a beautiful, beautiful highlighter. As you can already tell, it's a fave for me. It retails for $9, which is a little pricey, but at the end of the day, it's a really good highlighter, so it's totally worth it. On the website, it said that this adds a glow with a matte finish, and that's exactly what it does. I was like, when I read that, I was like, oh my god, that's it. It is just a beautiful golden shade. It's honestly the perfect highlighter shade. And yeah, it's like matte, but it's not flat. It's gorgeous, and it's honestly the perfect highlighter. It can go with a ton of different skin tones, and it's not frosty, it's not shimmery, it's not glittery. Moving on to number 2, this is the Wet n Wild Fergie Center Stage Collection Rosé Champagne Golds, and this is the packaging. And then when you open it up, this is the product, and this retails for $5.99. Now immediately when I first bought this, the texture is just way too rough. I don't like it at all, and especially from feeling the Hard Candy one and then going on to this, it's just way too like chalky and just really rough. I don't like the texture at all. And then when you swatch it, it's just, honestly, you swatch it, it's a beautiful color. Like, it's a light rosy champagne, but it's just, you end up having shimmer all over. There's a lot of fallout, which I don't like. It does say on the website that this is a very silky smooth texture, which I don't agree with at all. It's like really rough. It does retail for $5.99, which is more on the cheaper side, but I don't think it's worth it. I think it looks a little bit too shimmery and frosty. It doesn't have that beautiful gold sheen. Not so much gold, but it doesn't have that beautiful sheen. So this is a nay. I'm not feeling it. Texture's not right. Even when it's on your face, it can look a little too frosty and like almost like patchy, kind of, I guess you could say. So I'm not a huge fan. Sorry. Number 3, I have the Physicians Formula Shimmer Strips All-in-One Custom Nude Palette for Face and Eyes. And this is a favorite. I do have a review and demo. I'll leave that video down below. I really love that video. It's a good one. So what I love about this palette, I love the highlighter, but like in the name, it's all in one. So you can use these as eyeshadows, you can use this as a blush, and you can use this as a highlighter. It says bronzer, but I think this is just way too, like, too much glow to be a bronzer, in my opinion. I mean, if you like that glow look, definitely use it. But for me, I like it for eyes, blush, and highlighters. So this retails for $13.99, and it is just like the Hard Candy one. It's just that perfect golden, beautiful highlighter. It looks great on the skin. I have it on today. Can you guys see? It doesn't look frosty. It doesn't have shimmer. I don't think it has any shimmer. It might have like a little bit, but it doesn't show up on the skin. It's just that beautiful like sheen. I love it, and it blends in so beautifully. You can build it up, or you can just do a very natural highlight, up to you. So I like the versatility of this product. I think it's great. It's a great highlight, and there's 2 shades, I think. This one is the natural one, and then they have a warm one. So if you have darker skin, you can probably try that one out, and it is beautiful. On to number 4, I have the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Powder Glow Illuminators Blush and Highlighters. These retail for either $12.99 at like drugstores and stuff like that, and then I've also seen them for $10.99 at Target. They are on the pricey side, so right now I have this one is the rose one, which is definitely my favorite out of the 3. I only have 2, but this one just is really pretty. And then this is the golden one, which is great if you have darker skin. These aren't super duper pigmented, which is actually a good thing because these can come off really shimmery and really, really frosty. So it's good that they're not super pigmented. That way it doesn't look super duper crazy. You have to go with a light hand. A lot of people say that this ends up being just shimmer on their face, which I do agree. If you put on it's hard to explain. Sometimes when I just do a light application, it's really pretty, like for work. But then other times when I try to go a little bit more intense, it just is way too shimmery, way too glittery. It just doesn't look like a pretty glowy highlight. It doesn't have that glow. It just has that frosty, shimmery look. It also doesn't really last long. Like, I'll put it on and then during the day I'll look and I'm like, where did my highlight go? Like, what? I know I put it on this morning. So to be honest, these aren't terrible products. I think if you use a little bit just for an everyday natural glow, it's pretty. But if you just want that intense highlight, I don't think it's for you. I am going to keep using these. I'm not going to repurchase them though, so it's definitely on the nay side. But like I said, they're not terrible products. I just think for the price and the quality, it's not there. Number 5, this is the E.L.F. Gotta Glow Blush. Blech. I saw this at Target and I was like, wow, that actually looks really pretty. So this is the product, and I'm not gonna lie, it retails for $3, by the way. I'm not gonna lie, it can be very powdery, it can be very chalky, but once you get past that, once you swatch it and you like blend it out a little bit, it is a beautiful highlighter. It's not super shimmery, it's not going to add shimmer, it's not going to have glitter, it's not going to be frosty, it's just going to add brightness right underneath here. And I think this is a great highlighter for people with pale or just light skin. I can see if you're darker and you use this, you think it's a little bit ashy and powdery. I can totally see why, because it kind of is. I don't see people with darker skin being able to use this. This is mainly for pale skin like myself. See how pretty it is? It's super light and it has a little bit of a sheen. So this is a fave for me. I'm gonna keep using it and I'll repurchase it. It's just perfect. Pale skin girls, this is for you guys. So now I'm going to move on to 2 of like the cream highlights. The first one is by Flower Cosmetics. It is the highlighter Chubby in Pearl Shimmer. This retails for $9.98 at Walmart, and you can only find Flower Cosmetics products at Walmart, so just keep that in mind. This is the packaging. It's cute. It's not bad. Personally, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like this highlighter at all. I think it looks greasy on the skin. It's kind of hard to blend, and it's not pretty once you blend it out, and it's kind of slippery and slidey. I don't like the consistency, and I don't think it's worth almost $10, to be totally honest. Like I said, it's a little bit greasy and it's harder to blend in the sense where it doesn't, like, you blend it out and it kind of sinks into the skin. You blend it out and it kind of just slips and slides everywhere. So I'm not really fond of this highlighter. The other one that I'm going to mention is actually a favorite. So this is an A. This is actually a really good highlighter. This is by Sonia Kashuk. It is the Chic Luminosity highlighter stick, and this is in Sparkling Sands. It retails for $10.99, and on the other hand, this one is a little bit more thick and it's a little bit more creamy, so it blends in really well. It has a really pretty color. I'll swatch these 2 next to each other. The Flower Cosmetics one is a little bit more gold, while the Sonia Kashuk one is a little bit more champagne. It does have some gold in there, but it's a little bit lighter and it's just a lot prettier, and I feel like it blends out better. It looks more glowy. I have this underneath the Physicians Formula highlighter, and I really like it, and I think it's great. My mom actually loves this too. Number 8, we have the Maybelline Master Highlight by Face Studio. This is in the shade Nude, and this for me is probably the only shade in this line that you could highlight with. Others are just a little bit too dark. One is like plummy, one is like more on the orange side. So this is like the perfect highlighter, and what's great about this one is it's buildable. So you can use a little bit for a nice highlight, or you can build it up and have a really pretty blush. This does retail for $7.99, and it's not too frosty, it's not too shimmery. Next up, I have 2 liquid highlighters. The first one that I want to talk about is by L'Oreal. It's the True Match Lumi Liquid Glow Illuminator in Ice, and this retails for $10.99 and also $12.99 depending on where you go. For me, this is really hard to work with. It dries really quickly, and when I put it on my cheeks, like, I'll put it on like this with my finger, and like you can see just a straight line, and I've blended it out, or I've tried to blend it out for like an hour, and it just doesn't blend. So you have to work with it really quickly. I definitely recommend using it with a beauty blender if you're going to use this. I'm not a huge fan of it, so this is a nay for me. It's just way too hard to use, and like I don't want to take an hour to do my highlighter. And also, I find sometimes I'll dab it in and I'm blending it out, and then it's just only shimmer. It's like no color, no glow, it's just plain old shimmer. And then the other liquid highlighter that I have is the Born to Glow by NYX. This is in Sunbeam. This retails for $7.99, and honestly, this is pretty much the same exact thing as the True Match one, as the L'Oreal one. The only difference is that this is a little bit more of a warmer pink, the NYX one, and then the True Match Lumi is more like a lighter pink, like a lighter, frostier shade. Okay, so now we only have 2 highlighters left, and they're both by Physicians Formula. So I'm going to start off with the Physicians Physicians Formula, obviously. This is the Shimmer Strip Custom Bronzer Blush Eyeshadow in Riviera strip. So this is kind of like the same concept as the other Physicians Formula one that I showed earlier. This retails for $12.95, and number one, like I said before, I like this because I can use this as eyeshadows, highlighters, blush. I like to use the first two shades, and I think it gives a beautiful champagne glow. I think it's gorgeous. I can also use like the second shade and the third shade together. I think that also looks pretty. It has more of a golden look to it, but I think I can get away with it when I'm a little bit darker. What's great about this, again, is that any skin tone could use this. If you're pale, use the first two, tan, second two, and then if you're darker, you can use the last two. The texture isn't as creamy and soft as this one. It does have more of like a rougher texture, not like the Fergie one. It's a little bit creamier than that one, but it's a little bit different, which it doesn't really matter to me. I think it still looks very, very pretty. I just wanted to mention that just in case you guys were wondering. Okay, last one, guys. This is the Physicians Formula Mineral Glow Pearls in Translucent Pearl. I think they have 4 colors in this. It's the translucent one, glow, bronze, and then like light beige. This one I think just would go with my skin a little bit more, and when I first got this, I did not like it because it comes with a frosty layer on top, and I didn't know that that layer could come off. Like, I thought, damn, the whole product is like that. And then I started to look online, and everybody said, no, you gotta take off the frosty layer and then you're gonna love it. So once I took that frosty layer off, I do really love it. I don't like the fact that there's that frosty layer though. That really gets me upset. But this is a really pretty light, like translucent pink. It's not too frosty, and I feel like you can't really overdo this highlighter. So, is it a fave or is it an A? At the end of the day, I don't think it's a fave for me, only because it cost $14, which I failed to mention at the beginning. It's $13.95. And for $14, I don't know if I like the fact that I have to like rub it for like an hour to get the frosty layer off. So I think it's an A. It's a great product though. Don't kill me. It is a great product, but I don't think I can see myself repurchasing it. So those were all of my faves and nays highlighter edition. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what your faves and nays are. I would love to know because I am going to eventually do a part 2. What faves and nays video do you guys want to see next? Let me know, and I'll talk to you guys later.